Ain't no time in the day. Okay, so before any of these details skip my mind, I want to put them on tape, put them in video. So today is Monday, the 21st of April 2025. Today for me is the last day of college, like the bachelor degree program that I'm in. So I'm done with school. I've earned my degree, and if I think about it, I think I'm the first of my generation, and I also think that I was the first to attend college of my generation. Not that it means anything. I'm just, when I thought about it today, I was just like, wow, I have a degree. I was reflecting on how long it took me, really. And after that, and at the end of all that, I was like, hey, but some others went to school, but no one has their bachelor's. I was like, I didn't think so. And then I went through the whole, it doesn't matter thing with the feds. And when I say it doesn't matter, it was like me having the thought of, like, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't matter to me, if anyone did, or whether I was the first. It was just a true thought that came to mind, a possibility that came to mind. That's it, and I was checking it for facts. So anyways, relax. Damn it, we need more rubbing alcohol. Damn, you out here, you do that shit too, like the other little guy. You ain't say that. You ain't say you was on that. Okay, so details. All right, you see in some videos recently that two of the guys told me that someone was trying to steal my car during the broad daylight. That same night, that continued on. That same night, maybe not that same night. I think it might have been the next night, maybe. It continued on. Okay, so that means there was no activity the next day during the day, but that night there was. And I can tell that they've been painting night as day and day as night, because their desire to have me out of the area during the day grew more, as if it wasn't something that was already taking place, but they wanted it to be something solid, like that could not take place. They were trying to make it seem like I could not go, and I don't play that shit, so I showed up. So then, that night, one of the guys that's interested in me had, I think that this is the day that I discovered also, like, I'm down to the last of the available funds I have, and I'm going to actually have to move money or either push myself to, like, get the energy up to shoot. Okay, like, because I was struggling with having energy. I'm talking about, I was at the baseball field being still, I couldn't get a full front charge. Right now I don't have a full, I haven't had more than 26 to 63% at all. And I'm going to tell you this, the 63%, that's only taking place about twice in 2 weeks. Okay, so I'm like getting about 20-30% charge and trying to work with that as long as I can. I always know that it will be enough for me to do whatever it is I have to do, but in terms of that, like, lasting like here recently they became more aggressive too about making sure my phone was off at night. They didn't want me to compromise them calling so many others. Okay, and so then I was struggling with energy, didn't have any. That day, the guy that was interested in me, I asked him to bring me something to eat, and this is like the day before the holiday. So yeah, that was Saturday, and he texts me. I don't even know that he had text, but like I end up grabbing my phone and I see his text, and I text him back a few times right away, and then I say like, where are you, or whatever, and he said, I had to leave real quick. I'll be right back. I'll be back before midnight. And I'm like, it was only 2 minutes. Like, why? And to myself, I'm thinking, why would you have texted me at all? You get what I'm saying? He would be picking up this information to fuck me over, and it's not a real thing. Like, this is someone that was helping out with my car that, like, it has been expressing a desire for me despite me telling him I don't have sex and I'm never going to have sex. So, I mean, when you hear keywords, you know what I'm saying, you can't be going off on me mentioning no texts, because for real, I don't text nobody in real life, and everyone knows that. That's public information. Can you imagine somebody trying to be like, no, I know she be texting people and stuff, because I overheard her talk about you, and they be like, yeah, she was talking about it on, YouTube. And she told exactly who she was texting, why she was texting, and when she was texting them. You know what I'm saying? So your information is flawed. You're trying to make it seem like she just be doing this, and that, and it's not even any of that anyways. And there's a whole record of it, whole paper trail. But I don't know how close he is. So look, that's a spider. I ain't got enough rubbing alcohol to waste on it, okay? I need this, because these mosquitoes, they've been real. They tore my whole elbow up, and I'm like, what was I doing that this might have happened? How, like, why just my elbow? So, and when that happened, that was the last I had of it, because let me tell you, okay, and I don't play about when it's time for me to move and when it's time for me to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you even hear me in some of the videos fussing at my puppy, like, come on, pup, come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out my way. Like, when I'm in motion, when I'm trying to get from A to B, I don't like nothing interfering with that. Like, either you with me or you not. And most of the time, that's not even an option for nothing to be with me, because I don't play that shit. I don't need no help from nobody. But I asked him that question, and you see it on Instagram about, did he want to be my getaway driver? And this is going to kill my whole battery. I just know it. Whole little 26%. I just sat in Wendy's to get, like, I sat there for way too long to get nothing but 26. I'm going to have to ask this one of the clerks that work at that Shell gas station tonight, will he allow me to get a full charge? And this shit happens as soon as I leave the hotel. They just start sacrificing everything. They won't let it, while it's at the hotel, it's not a factor. They don't do none of the stuff that they're doing. They don't drain the battery quickly. They don't take forever for it to charge. It works like it's supposed to. As soon as I don't have access to an outlet, they sacrifice it. Make sure I can't hold on to nothing. Make sure I can't do nothing. I'm just still in good shape. Uh-oh. She said, I need you to put them ashy ass feet on camera. You're attacking my feet. Now look, I changed into my boot from my legging. From my croc. when we walked back this morning or afternoon. And my feet weren't. I mean, the last couple of days I've caught dew, morning dew. Okay, so I was able to like clean my feet with the morning dew. And let me get to the eggs and butter, biscuits and gravy, biscuit and gravy. Ew, what's that? So I got mad. I was like, and you know, there was a lot of personal spelling that went on before that happened. She kept saying they're making fun of me because they know I don't got no situations and they don't want me to go buy you nothing. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to tell you that I can't give you nothing to eat. So I just was going to play like I wasn't even here, that I hadn't been here. And because I really don't want you to know I ain't got no situations type thing. This is what females that were using that identity were saying. And see, it's small details like this. That's why I need to, like, literally... Remember how I used to do in the beginning, like, how I started brainstorming, you know, about stuff like this? Like, I'm just jotting down some key points I wanted to make mention of because it's just the note that I need so I can make sure I don't leave out any other details. But it's so many small details that I'm not getting in these videos here lately. So yeah, it's way too hot. Pretty sure y'all pulling in. Y'all keep putting stuff in my eyes. So and I'm like, but still, even so, like, why would y'all do that? Like, why would y'all be trying to take all day until midnight when you know I haven't ate? And then you talk about you're here, but you left to run somewhere. And I told them what I always tell them, I don't have to put up with this shit, and I don't need nothing any fucking how, blah, 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 and I blocked him. So, he has a real mean face. You know what I'm saying? Like, not naturally. Like, but when he's angry, you can tell. And it's like, it says, it's like, mad as fuck. Angry. That's what, and he don't be doing nothing but just giving you a look. And I've seen it twice. And it always happens when I block him. This was the second time he found out I blocked him. And that's what happened. But at that point, I was sure I was like, it was permanent. So look, in conversation, I had asked him about being my own driver. He wasn't taking that very serious. He said that he was down, but he wasn't taking it very serious. And he absolutely wasn't with me doing it on Easter Day. And he, and I even know him. you know, like it was the things he said and did in between, you know, then, and when he asked me about was I considering that day, and me saying, yeah, he didn't have, you know what I'm saying? It was his response to it. And then he, like the mechanic, both made sure that my battery stayed dead, so I didn't shoot up that disc golf course. So I didn't shoot nobody there. So my windows haven't been down in over a week, like, because neither of them would grab my battery and charge it. And I asked him on more than one occasion. And but back to one more important thing. She said also that I would I'm not. She said you're not gonna be okay with us expressing one sexual relations with you, and one having these sexual desires, and not being able to afford to feed you if you ask for something to eat. That's what she said. They said just now, and she's serious too. Right now, she wasn't laughing when she said it. She said they know I'm off the chain. With a bitter, sour taste in her mouth, like they know I'm off the chain. Like I don't even know why these hoes play with me. They know the type of shit I do, like that kind of. Damn, I don't even know why they put me nowhere. Cause everybody know I don't know how to act. Say they stole my weapon today. They did. So let me tell you something. I was so thirsty that I was gonna ask somebody to get me a water and a Pepsi. I passed 4 gas stations on the way here. Didn't see an opportunity at none, and was like, I'd rather suffer with, or I wait and try to find one. Or ask over and over again like that. I couldn't do it. So I get here and I tell Pup, I said, well, I did just have a Frosty. I used points at Wendy's to get a Frosty. I said, so, you know, you had your stuff this morning, you know, I'm talking about in terms of hydration. So I'm like, you had your few bowls this morning. I was like, and then I had this, you know, Frosty or whatever. So I guess I was like, I guess water, and I'm thirsty as fuck, okay? And I'm like, I guess water ain't that important then, or whatever. And I was like, so we're gonna go and take you back so you can get you a few bowls on you. So he come back, he drinking, and then he just grows uninterested. I found out that the top spit worked, so and it's high enough to not have to put your face towards the bowl, which happens to be dirty. So it's shifting, which happens to be dirty. So I drink some water, drink, sip, and by like the time I get a few gulps down, Puppy is suddenly uninterested, and suddenly all my thirst is gone, because I'm like, I know I need to drink a whole lot of water. If it was good water, let me tell you, I'll put down about 3 bottles, okay? And then they just, when they seen that stuff come into my system, Georgia Tap, or Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Because this is near a hospital, maybe. It's near the dentist. They have to have, you know, a certain degree of water. And it's the food places too. I'm gonna have to change sides. I'm not going nowhere, Pup. I'm just moving over here. Trying to keep my face out the sun. See, I'm not going nowhere. You want another lung? Look, him on a lung. With your cute self. Man, my poor doggy, he scarred his eye. Like, I'm so tired of him getting. Oh my goodness, and it's cold. That's there again. Come here, babe. Always bad. Come here. You have to let me see it. Come here. Please stop doing whatever you're doing. Come here. I have to fix it. Puppy, what all you got in your mouth? Come here. Let me see. Let me check that eye out. I'm not going to even be able to clean it because it's going to, rubbing alcohol will rub it, will go into his eye. So I'm so tired of putting bandages on him. It never feels always something. Come here, Paul. Come here, babe. Come here. You want another one? Here, come get another one. Come here. Puppy, here. You want another one? Come get it. Come get it. Puppy, come on. I'm in the middle of a video. I got to look at it closer, but he won't let me put this where it really should be. And he's snapping real hard about it. But he finally, after me being so persistent, let me get a good look at it. Horrible. Unbelievable shit. So tired of that. Never happened to my other dogs. They're tearing my fucking German Shepherd up. And you know them pinky claws I left on? I think that's how he slit it. It's a slit. A gash. So anyways. So as far as I'm concerned, it's done and I ain't getting no food, okay? And so then I get enough charge and I'm like, man, let me go check my car for something. I went to the car to get something. It was something I wanted to get for the dog, I think, if I recall correctly. When I get there, there is a SUV, a black SUV over there on the side, like at the opposite end of my car, okay, with some guys in it, and there's a light blue glare coming out, because like I said, I have like baby TVs in the back seat. But wait, let me tell you how I determined this, like how I determined that it was over good. He had been claiming everything that I had recently done, so like he was bringing up anything that was vital to my fight. Okay, so suddenly he was going to Morrow, Georgia, and he said that he had just got back from there multiple times, you know, to claim that it was him that went and not me, controlling the narrative despite me saying it. That's what I'm saying about, like, you know what I'm saying, it's not like in these dialogues nothing sets off the or exposes the lies. It's just that the guy is being controlled. So, and office switched, you know, like just flipped. They applied my audio to themselves and their audio to me. And they said on multiple occasions that I saw the type of environment that he lived in, that I wouldn't believe that I would be so mad at them for calling me him. They said that, he said that his dad, I never said I had an air rifle. I said I had a 22 caliber. All right, and I'm like, no, not like a 22 pistol. I was like, you know, a 22 caliber, like a 50 cal, but 22. And he was like, yeah, I know. He said, my dad got one of those. So he's saying that there's one in the house where he's at. Okay, and remember, prior to this, they claimed my weapon as the white boy at the property behind mine. He made sure he put theirs in my line of sight to claim my rifle. And they were also saying it belonged to the elder Robert before he even came into the picture. So the entire time I had my rifle, they were lying about who it belonged to when they offered it, and also made some of the severe attacks associated with where I was putting it. So whether I had put it inside, no, okay, whether I had put it inside or in my, come here, come, relax, oh, you're on my foot. So the weapon, that's what was happening with that. And then I just changed sides to avoid the sunlight, and now it's right over here. I'm talking about when we got here, it was the most attractive seat, at least the one I like, because it's right up the hill. But now it's like all the shade that was on it is gone. It's leaving quick. We need to find a spot. And I don't want to sit in the grass because I don't know what's on the grass. But I'm just thinking, like, where them things go? Maybe if we got on one of those blocks, I don't know if that would work either. Anyways, this one is because you know when it hit my skin, they got like it's piercing right through it. So yeah, it was just like all the small things associated, and unique to my fight and plight. You know, he was now saying that he had done something similar. Okay, and I know how that works. Okay, because remember I've seen this type of op too before. Not all the ops are the same. I told you there are a bunch of different ones. Oh my goodness, they just burned me so bad all across my face. Also, he told me he could house my dog if I wanted him to. He said he could put him with his dogs, the Malinois. And ever since then, like knowing that I wouldn't want my dog to get nicked up and his skin to get broken, they've been calling him the Malinois. Non-stop calling him the Malinois. And trying to convince me to rethink it. Hey, stop scratching your face like that. Stop doing that. Something's wrong with your eye. Man, let me hurry up and go to jail because I'm not about to be dealing with this either, and I'm not taking him to the vet myself. I'm not. So we need to figure something out. Whatever they're... And I guess, like, earlier I did catch them trying to call me... Earlier I did catch them trying to call me the dog and the dog me. So, all day long I've been telling them to stop throwing stuff in my eye. It started last night. They hadn't done it in a while. So now suddenly my dog has a worse issue. Hey, stop. Don't put your paw on your eye like that. Come on. I'm going to have to get you one of them things. I think that's an easy fix. You know, the little shades you put around it. And we saw dogs recently with those. So you know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit they'll create to make me have the same witchcraft and voodoo. There's no reason I should have ever had to do nothing like that. They'll create a problem to sell a solution. You'll end up acting out something you've seen recently and they'll claim that the ones that recently displayed the behavior is you. It's trifling. I mean, you ought to be nasty, mangy motherfuckers that they trying to get you to do the same type of act as, or nasty, mangy motherfuckers acting like you, doing something you did that they don't ever do. You know what I'm saying? And acting like they don't do the drugs that they do. Like, I'm talking about just being completely different than you saw them before. I gotta put us in this corner. Hopefully this works for a little bit. You good right here, pup? So I was trying to hurry up and finish, but that song took over. And now my thirst is coming on again, but a very top water familiar feeling is going on in my neck, like something is rejecting it, although the thirst is coming on. There's something sitting there that either wants or does not want it. So. I'm sitting there with wants it or doesn't want it. So look, when I come down, when I see those guys in the SUV, right? And when I see them, I'm taking off, like walking in the direction of them because I'm about to walk the dog to the corner, like not for nothing, okay? I don't even know whether he's on his way back or anything because I blocked him. As far as I'm concerned, it's done. And I guess they were trying to make him be able to keep in touch with me to know, that's what it sounded like, to know whether or not they could make the move that they wanted to make or whatever. So as I approach the car, I hear them going into a panic. They're beginning to talk low and fast. And then I hear vividly, well, you need to hurry up then. And me and the puppy, we go on, but when we get to the top of the hill, there's another vehicle up there sitting posted on a Saturday night. And it's the one that might be associated with the same stuff that they were pulling at the back of the AutoZone building. Remember that night they pulled up there like they intended on stealing some stuff out the back door. And then I also hear the manager, Eve. I hear her voice again. You know what I'm saying? It's so weird. Like either someone sabotaged her or it was her again. I hear her. And she said, you see what the fuck I'm talking about? I told y'all. Like, I guess alluding to that I'd be there and walking around, or that I would show up at some point or another, and I would have my dog with me. So, none of them say nothing. And then the other female says, I don't give a fuck about them. A very in general statement, not directed towards me. And I'm talking about there's probably 50, 60 feet between where they are and where me and the dog are. Because when I noticed that they were posted just like they were posted, and you know, potentially communicate with one another, trying to orchestrate some auto theft type stuff, I was like, yeah. I stopped, not in the middle, but you know, closer to them than the other vehicle. And I stood there for about, I don't know, maybe almost 10 minutes. And out of nowhere, he shows up. He pulls up and he comes over, gets near the curb, and he gives me that look. And I return one very similar. Like some, you know, I play. And I don't give a fuck about none of these. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so he, yeah, we just stare at each other momentarily, not really saying anything. And then he holds, I get the dog under control. And because the dog barked when he went to reach and hold the plate out the window. And so when I grabbed it finally, I asked him, I said, well, where's the bag I asked you about? Because I asked for a 40 gallon black trash bag. I'm down to 10%. This battery is gone. And he said it's in the bag. And I told him, thank you. And that I will talk to him later. And that was the last time we spoke and saw one another. But that was the last time I saw him. I don't know. He never seen me because I'm starting to realize more and more like that some of these things are just taking notice of me, and the hair color doesn't help. I'm being easily identified. I know I said this already. They stole my weapon, but you don't have any idea how mad I am about it. And I want to talk about that stuff too, but I ain't got no time.